Hello there. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whichever one of those you are. So today we're working into the dancer. We did it last week as well. And today we're going to use the wall a bit more and really look at, like we were looking at yesterday, same, right hand, right foot, and then opposite, left hand, right foot. So it'll be interesting. We'll see where it goes. Come rest into your child's pose. Come. So resting into your child's pose, your arms are long out in front of you and you're dropping your head down. And this moment of pause just really allows us to check in with ourselves, to notice what is. Do your feet feel even on the floor? It's not about changing them, it's about noticing. Is the pressure of your belly even on both thighs? Do your shoulders connect into your arms in the same way? Do your forearms feel the same on the floor? And then can you relax your face, right side and left side? You can give your face a little bit of a stretch or a wiggle, wiggling your eyebrows. If you can move your ears, go for it. Otherwise, just wiggle your nose, your mouth. Just see, how would you relax deeply into your face and let it hang? Then just come all the way up into your cat pose. And then just rounding your back. Tuck your chin under. And arching your back, draw your chest forward. Rounding your back, tuck your chin under. Arching your back and look forward. Just feel that. How does your spine feel as you move? Nice. So come to center. So stretch your right leg long behind you. So there's two different actions in the leg that moves. So there's a stretching out behind you and then the lifting, and then bend your knee. Straighten your leg, drop your foot, and draw your knee to your forehead. So stretch your leg long behind you. When it's reached its maximum back, bend your knee. Straighten your leg, draw your knee to your forehead. Notice what's happening in your spine. Can you have a sense of connection into the spine as you move? So you're gently arching your back as you bend your knee, and then you're rounding your back as your knee comes forward. One more time. Nice change. Left leg stretches out behind you. You lift it up, then bend your knee. Stretch your leg and then sweep it forward, forehead to your knee. Stretch your leg up and back, bend your knee. Have a moment of pause in the lengthening process, in the lengthening moment. So you really acknowledge straighten back and then bend your knee. Straighten back and then bend your knee forward. Nice, one more time. Straighten back, bend your knee. Straighten back, bend your knee. Nice. Both knees to the floor, both hands to the floor. So pull your right elbow back into lawnmower. Okay? And then really slowly just check out what this range is like. Begin to lengthen your arm back behind you from that where you've placed your hand in lawnmower. Bend your elbow back into lawnmower. Bring your hand to the floor. Change sides. Draw your left elbow back into lawnmower and then slowly straighten your arm. Bend your elbow. Bring your hand to the floor. Right side, pull your elbow back. Straighten. Bend your elbow. Hand to the floor. Other side, pull your left elbow back. Straighten. Bend your elbow. Hands to the floor. Nice. Shoulder shrug. Squeeze your shoulders back. Push your shoulders forward. Squeeze them back. Push them forward. And then try and bring your nose as close to the floor as you can. And then try and bring your nose as far away from the floor as you can. So we're exaggerating our shoulder shrug. Really allow your back to round when you're pushing at the very top, and then allow your back to arch as you drop down with your nose. So we're doing an exaggerated cat pose as well here. So as you arch your back, your nose drops down. Round at the very top. One more time. Arch your back, your nose drops down. Round, and then push back into your downward dog. Pulling back into your heels, and have a sense of the length of your body. I adore wiggling in the downward dog. It's like I find my waist and the sides of my hips and the deep of my belly. And I do this thing called torpedo sit bones. So I really pull back through my sit bones, and maybe bend your knees a little bit as you pull back deeply through your sit bones. Pushing from your hands, rebounding from your hands up into your sit bones. So find that push. Push into your hands and draw your sit bones back a little bit more. Nice. And then push down into your feet and let that rebound up into your belly. Nice. And then walk forward. Then pause when your hands and your feet, there's around 12 inches between your hands and your feet. So from here, bend your right knee and pull your right knee, and then pull your left elbow back into lawnmower, and then straighten your left arm up. Okay, so just pause there. You're balancing. Right hand is on the floor, left foot is on the floor. Nice. Bring them both down, and then bend your left knee. Pull your right elbow back. Balancing again. Nice, both to the floor. So try the same. So slowly lift your right foot off the floor and come onto the fingertips of your right hand. Stay there, because already up on the fingertips there's less weight into it. Or pull your right elbow back into lawnmower. Super job. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Try the other side. Bend your left knee. Your thigh stays low to your chest. And then come up onto the fingertips of the left hand. Stay there. Or pull your elbow back. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Both elbows to your knees. Pause there. Just feel it in your belly. Let your belly soften. Nice. Hands to your knees. And just round your back and arch your back. Round your back. Arch your back. Nice. When you round your back, roll up. Squeeze through your bum, push your hips forward so you feel a sense of the front of your pelvis opening. And then reach up and look up. You feel really strong and up towards the ceiling, and the front of your hips is opening because you're squeezing your bum and pushing your hips forward. Nice. Come all the way down. Step your feet a little bit wider and just roll into your hips. As you roll, feel. So as you bring your hips forward, squeeze your bum a little bit more. So as you bring your hips forward, squeeze your bum. Boop. It changes my center of gravity when I do that. Squeeze your bum as your hips move forward. Other direction. Squeeze your bum, hips move forward. Squeeze your bum. Engage your gluteal muscles. It's probably a better way of saying that other than squeeze your bum. Whichever version works for you, do it. Nice. So come all the way forward to the front of your mat. I got a really sweet text yesterday from somebody who's actually on holidays on the other side of the island. And herself and her husband were looking at, reaching for the sun cream, which is a bit like alarm clock. And then bridge was how to get your togs on the beach. It was very funny. I love texts, so send me texts. I love them. So push your feet down and squeeze through your bum, push your hips forward, reach your arms up and look up. Nice. Bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands high on your shins, really high. So you're almost on your knees, arching your back, and just pause there, really lengthening through your spine. So feel like the spine is engaged from your coccyx to your sacrum, to your lower back, to the mid back. Even the back of your neck is squeezing and lengthening. Nice. Hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. And then rise up into your crescent lunge. So back leg is straight, fingers are rising. Find your steadiness. Nice. Hands to the floor. Step back. Knees to the floor, belly all the way down. Rise and reach your hands back behind you as you rise. Have a sense of squeezing back through your fingers or your hands. Nice. Hands to the floor. Rise, push back. Downward dog. And then either drop your knees to the floor or step your right foot forward. Whatever way you do. Get your right foot forward. Help it forward in whatever way you do. Step forward. Hands to high shins. Arch your back, look forward. And then hands to the floor. Forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Palms come together. Squeeze your bum. Push your hips forward. Nice. All the way down. Lowering slowly down. Hands to the floor. Forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, high on your shins as you arch and look forward. Hands to the floor, step your left foot back. High lunge into reaching your arms up. Breathe into it. Nice. Hands to the floor, step back into your plank. Knees to the floor, belly to the floor. Nice. Squeeze your bum, lift your toes, reach your arms back behind you. And have a sense of reaching deeply back towards your thighs or towards your knees. Lift your chest. Let the back of your body really engage. Nice. Hands to the floor, push back. Push back, downward dog. Have a bit of a wiggle. As always, if you're not doing the downward dog, then find your version of it. Anything, find your version of it. Just noticing, how would you just yum a bit or deepen a bit or connect a bit? Just feel your body in this moment. What a glorious, amazing, wonderful moment to be in your body right now. What can you feel? What are you connected to? How do you hear in this moment as you move, as you connect, as you breathe? Nice. Either drop your knees to the floor and help your foot forward, or step your left foot forward to the front of your mat. Step your right foot forward. High on your shins with your hands. Arch your back, look forward. Hands to the floor. Forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Palms come together. Squeeze your bum. Hands come to rest in front of your chest. So come to a wall and just stand in front of the wall with your two palms on the wall, and my arms are straight and my palms are flat. Okay? And bring them slightly wider than hip distance because you're going to be rocking your center of gravity over. Okay, so from here, just lengthen your right leg back behind you. So this is similar to what we did on the floor earlier. And then bend your knee. Straighten your leg. Draw your knee up and forward. Pause there. Nice. Lower your foot to the floor. Stretch your left leg long behind you, toes on the floor. Nice. Bend your knee. Great. Straight your leg. And then draw your knee up and forward. Lower your foot to the floor. Nice. So we're going to do same first. So as you stretch your right leg back, pull your right elbow back. So my right leg is straight, my right elbow is bent. And then we're going to swap. Bend your knee, straighten your arm, and just reach your fingers in the direction of your foot. You're not holding on. Nice. Bend your elbow, straighten your leg, and draw your elbow and your knee to touch in front of you. Elbow back, leg back. Straighten, bend. Straighten, bend. Elbows forward. Touch your knee. Lengthen your leg back, pull your elbow back. Bend, straighten. Bend, straighten. And then forward. One more time. Stretching back, lengthen. If you want to, you can hold on to your foot if it's available. Otherwise, just keep reaching. You can reach your hand up the wall. You can take it off the wall. Just stay there, reaching towards your foot, reaching up towards the ceiling, or hold on to your foot and lengthen. Or keep your fingers on the wall. Really find, the version of this that suits you. And just deepen into the balance of you right now. Hand to the wall. Slowly release your hand. No flinging of your foot. And then come forward. Other side. So both hands to the wall in front of you. Pull the left elbow back into lawnmower. Bring the left foot long behind you. And then bend, straighten. Reach your fingers in the direction of your foot. Bend, straighten. And bring your elbow and your knee together. Draw your elbow back, leg straight. Bend, straighten. Bend, straighten. Elbow and knee together. Again. Back. Bend, straighten. Bend, straighten. Together. Last time. Draw it back. Standing tall. Bend, straighten. Maybe hold on to your foot. Maybe reach your arm up. Maybe let them float. Let them reach. See what's right for you. If you have held on to your back foot, then maybe try and push your foot away from you a little bit, engaging into your foot. Nice, hand to the wall. Coming down, pause. Nice, so that was same. Right hand, right foot, left hand, left foot. Now we're going to do the other side. Both hands to the wall. Draw your right elbow back, draw the left leg back, and then elbow to your knee, knee to your elbow. Right elbow back, bend your back knee, straighten your arm, straighten your leg, bend your elbow, touch. So let them travel back, straighten, bend, touch at the front. Back, straighten, bend, touch last time. Back, straighten, bend. Maybe hold on to your foot again. Maybe you just reach back. Maybe your leg is long. Maybe you're just reaching both or back. Just see. Maybe you reach your arm up. Engage into the foot if you're holding on to it. Really feel the length if you're not. Find your balance. Nice. Hand to the wall. Release. Other side. Last of these. Both hands to the wall. Pull your left elbow back. Reach your right leg back behind you. Bend, straighten, bend. And bring them both forward. Touch. Back. Reach. Bend. Touch. Back. Reach them towards each other. Bend. Touch last time. Reach. Bend. Maybe you hold on to that foot. Sometimes it's weird how some feet are easier to catch than others. It's always interesting. So stay with your hand on the wall or reach it up higher. Lift it off the wall. Engage your back foot. Balance. Nice. Lowering down. Come sit on the floor all the way down. Bring your feet wide and just drop your forehead down towards one knee and then down towards the other knee. You can bring your left hand to your right foot, or you can bring your right hand to your left foot. It always happens, I dive. So I lift my elbow and dive. So this is balancing all those back extensions. So we were closing the back and opening the front, and now we're closing the front and opening the back. Also twisting, which is really deeply soothing on the spine. And just feel that. Next time you travel, whichever way you go, pause there. How did you mind your body today? How did you listen to and care for the natural differences between one side and the other? How did you hear your body and move? Go to the other side. Nice, coming all the way back. Come into a cross-legged position. Bring your hands to your heart. And then just feel your body. Name something in your life within yourself that you're grateful for. Let your breath settle deeper into your belly. Nice. So come rest on the floor. Come lie down. Just lie down. There's like 2 minutes until the end of the music. Take those 2 minutes and just rest right now. You can rock your knees from side to side. You can squeeze your knees up towards you. We did quite a deep back workout there. So just mind your spine. Listen to it. Pay attention. Be wholesome. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, so we'll be lying on the floor. How glorious. So yeah, nice, lovely guys. Such a pleasure to be here. Wow, I just love it. So I will see you all tomorrow, bright and early and awesomely. Great. Ciao, ciao. So as always, if you'd like to contribute towards this project, towards this thing that me and my sister Sinead have created, then €10 for the month would be amazing. And so, yes, we're on day 16 of balance. How amazing. So we're over the halfway hump. So I will see you all tomorrow. And yeah, rolling and yumminess on the floor. Ciao, son. Hasta luego.